All right, so I'm underneath my 64 Chevy, and I'm building an exhaust system, and I need some support for this muffler. So I got these exhaust hangers from eBay or something like that, probably a very long time ago. That's why they have some surface rust on them. And I need to basically put an exhaust hanger here and have it weld on to the muffler. So here's the problem. All right, if I bolt this up here, there's like a couple inch gap in between this metal hanger and the muffler. So I need to add some bends into this steel hanger so that I can have it made up to the muffler, and then I'll just put a couple of welds here, and then the muffler will be hung nicely to the chassis. So let's go over to the workbench and we will bend some metal. All right, so this is what the hanger looks like outside of the car. You can see it's probably like a, I don't know, maybe a 10-inch long steel bar with a 90-degree bend in it, and then a rubber hanger. And you just bolt these to the chassis, and you weld this to the muffler or the exhaust, and it holds it all in place. We need to add some bends to this. I'm gonna use a torch. I'm gonna use a large wrench, and let me show you how we're gonna do this. All right, I took the rubber part off. Now I'm gonna put it in my vise. My vise luckily turns sideways, so I can put it in like this. And now I'm gonna clamp it in here, and I'm gonna heat it up with a torch until it gets red, and then I'm gonna bend it. I'm gonna bend it sort of like maybe 45 degrees and then 45 degrees, or maybe like 90, 90. I don't know, we'll see. I'll start bending and make a decision then. All right, we got some bending going on. Wish my camera would focus. There we go. All right, now let's bend it again. All right, looking good. All right, what I didn't show you is that I actually have to make two of these. I have to make one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side, because it's dual exhaust. Now, I tried to make them even. I didn't try that hard, apparently, because you can see it's not quite perfect. But let's be honest, this is gonna be under a car welded to an exhaust pipe, which nobody will ever see. So, now I'm gonna get these into the car. I'm probably gonna have to cut them off like right around this level so that I can weld them to the muffler. And yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, back onto the car. Here's the hanger. I put the rubber part back on. And you can see if it's sort of held in place, now it wants to hit the muffler. So that means I have to cut it off so that it will fit into its happy home. So I'm going to cut this off probably right in this region, and we'll see how that goes. All right, let's cut it. All right, one more thing to note is when you're doing these exhaust hangers, a lot of people will weld these hangers to the pipe rather than the muffler. But in my case, I'm gonna be welding it to the muffler because I already have these hanger holes here from a previous exhaust system where I used this style hanger. And this car is kept indoors all the time. It's not driven a ton, so I think that this is going to be just fine right here. I think for like a daily driver, I would probably go through the effort and actually weld it to this pipe instead, because it's a little bit of a thicker piece of metal and it's gonna be taking a lot more abuse than this car will. This is sort of an ice cream getting vehicle, so it's not exactly something I'm going to be going off-roading or daily driving through the snow or anything like that. So moral is, I'm just welding this to the muffler. If I was doing this on my daily driver, I would be figuring out a way to weld it to this pipe because it's a little bit thicker. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so it's now welded on. Now I think that I can go ahead and remove this jack. We're holding this up along with this one. Sweet. All right, I guess I got to do the other side. But you don't need to see that. That'll bore you. So we'll see you next time.